Welcome. I'm Heather. Thanks so much for joining me for this 45-minute bedtime yoga practice. A great way to unwind at the end of the day, releasing any stress or physical, mental, emotional tension, helping you to get a better night's sleep. We are going to start in a seated position. I'm going to get you to come into a hip opener. We'll bring the soles of the feet together. And then we're going to slowly start to circle forward with the upper body. And you can move slowly, feeling that in your lower back or wherever you feel it the most. Let's go in the opposite direction a few times. We'll come back to center. And if you'd like to bring your hands behind you, and we'll take a moment to open the chest, shoulders roll back. Lifting the chin slightly, opening the chest. And on the next breath out, releasing. Breathing in to slowly reach your arms up. And on the breath out, we'll come forward. Holding that for a few breaths. And on your next breath in, we'll slowly come back to center. Changing the position of our legs. But before we even do that, let's just bend the knees, feet out in front, and start to slowly rock your legs from side to side. This time as you rock your legs to one side, hold that position, and you can turn to look to the other side for a moment. A little twist in your upper body, coming back to center, and we'll let the legs drop to the other side and look away to the other side. And coming back to center, we're going to bring the left leg in front. And you may choose to sit on a support here, a block or a cushion. We're going to bring the right leg back so that the front leg is in line with the edge of your mat here. And the back leg is in line parallel to the other edge of your mat. See how that feels for your legs, your knees. If it doesn't feel great, you can release this and just take your leg out to the side instead, okay? And in this position, we're going to come into a bit of a positioning of going back and feeling a bit of a stretch here in the right thigh. So just leaning back for a few moments. Breathing here. And then slowly coming back to center. And we're going to now twist to the left side. And as you do, just come down, sliding your arms out, seeing if you can rest here on your elbows or maybe even sliding right down onto your head. You can always use support underneath your head. And stay here for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly walk your hands back in. And we're going to bring them around in front. And we're going to bring the arms directly in front of that front leg. Pausing here for a few breaths. I'm just making sure to breathe in nice and slow and deep. And fully releasing all the way out. You can breathe out through your mouth. And walking your hands back in towards your leg. Okay, coming out of this position, we're going to bring that leg out to the side that was behind. Bring the other leg out to the side for a moment. Just roll through your feet and your ankles. And then we're going to bring the right leg straight in front and the left leg back. And see how that feels. Again, if it doesn't feel right for your leg, for your knee, you can always straighten out through that left leg, okay? And pausing here for a few breaths. You can let your left foot come out to the side. When you're ready, you're going to start to lean back towards the right side, coming into a bit of a stretch through this left leg. It's kind of nice. I've got a bolster behind me or a few blocks so I can just rest on that. Stay here for one more breath. And then slowly push back to center. And we're gonna lean over to the right side and come to the right side edge of your mat. You can pause here again. If you want to support your head, feel free. Slide out through your arms. When you feel ready, let your head come down. We'll just slowly walk the hands back and directly in front of that front leg. Come down. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. You can walk your hands in towards your leg again. We're going to release the back leg, bring it out to the side, release the other leg. And again, just moving a little bit side to side with your feet, feeling that movement right up through your legs to your hips. And to loosen them up there. Good. And then we'll come off our seat. We're going to come over onto all fours, helping to loosen up through the hips and the back just a little bit more. You can rock your hips from side to side. And then start to roll your hips back towards your feet, circle back again. We'll take one more rotation here, circling. And then we'll go in the opposite direction a couple times. And then let your hips sink for a moment. Let your head rest. Again, your head can rest on a support if it's not comfortable right on your mat. Hoping to keep your breath flowing slow and steady. Feeling the breath enter more in your back. Opening up your back with your inhale and releasing with your exhale. Stay here for 3 more breaths.
And then we're going to slide the hands to one side of the mat. Pause there for a moment. And start to lift the hips from this position. And we're going to bring the hands more centered and coming over to the right side with the left arm. So slide the left arm underneath you, palm facing up, resting on the outside of your shoulder, the side of your head, and thread the needle. And then pressing down through your right arm, right hand to come back to center. And sink back again with the hips. Slide it forward with the arms. Bring both hands to one side, the other side of your mat, the left side this time. And pausing here for a few breaths. And we'll start to lift the hips, come up onto your left hand. We're going to slide the right arm over to the left side, palm facing up, coming into a twist. Thread the needle. Left hand supporting you here. We'll stay for 2 more breaths. Next time you inhale, we'll use the left hand to come back to center. Inhale to look forward, lift your chin, curling your spine inward. On the exhale, arching your back up, lifting your belly, chin towards your chest. Continue to flow a few more times here. And this time, as you inhale, release that. Where your hands were, bring your elbows down to the mat. Slide your arms forward. Let your head come down in the puppy pose. Keeping your hips lifted over your knees. I like to keep my palms together, thumbs pointing up, arms fairly close in towards the sides of your head. We'll stay here for 3 more breaths. And the next time you inhale, let's lift the head off the mat. Bring it forward until you can lower down onto your belly. Slide your arms forward slightly, coming into the Sphinx. Lifting your chin, opening your heart forward. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths.
The end of this exhalation, just slide out through your arms, reach and come right down onto your mat with your head. We're going to lift the right leg off the mat, and at the same time we're lifting it slightly, we're also going to pull the leg back. If you'd like, you can lift your left arm and also reach it forward in the opposite direction to your leg. Head can be slightly lifted here or it can stay down. And one more breath. And then slowly release. And then we'll lift the left leg, extending it back. When ready, you can reach the right arm forward, lifting it slightly off the floor. Centering the weight right at the front of your pelvis there. And 2 more breaths here. And slowly come down, releasing both arms and legs and head. From here, you can bend your knees, feet up in the air, rocking your legs side to side. And here you can also circle your lower legs in one direction, helping to loosen your knees. Opposite direction. And come back to center, releasing your legs. And coming off your belly, we'll slide the hands underneath, pushing it off. And coming back again for a moment in child's pose, hips sinking towards the feet. From here, reaching the arms forward, coming back up. Hands just slightly in front of the shoulders. We're going to lift off the knees for a moment, come into downward dog. Just taking a moment to work out the legs. Bend one knee, send the other heel down. Do that a few times. You can rock a little bit more through your hips. And then when you're ready, bring your knees down. And you can walk your hands in towards your knees. We're going to slowly come up. And we'll come into a lunge. So if you want to bring your right foot forward and rock back and forth a few times. And this time, as you come forward, we're going to reach back through the arms. Inhaling and reach the arms straight up in the air. Exhale, bring your hips back, lower your arms. Do that again. Inhale and swing your arms up. And exhale, open your arms and let them come down to your sides. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, hips forward, arms up. Exhale, arms down, hips back. This time, inhale, lift your arms. And exhale, sink down into your lunge. And pause here for a few breaths. And then come up onto your back foot, lifting your back knee, looking back, sliding back
Come into your downward dog. Walk your legs out from side to side. Moving a little bit more through your hips here too. And then coming down, knees coming down. Sliding your hands in to come up to kneeling. I'm going to bring the left foot forward into lunge. Rocking back and forth a few times. And then this time, as you bring your hips forward, swing your arms up. Exhale, pull your hips back and release your arms. Okay. Inhaling up and exhale down. 2 more times like that. This time as you exhale and release, let's come forward into the lunge. Pausing here. And come up onto that back foot again. This time walk your back foot forward. We'll be in a standing forward bend. You can bend your knees, let your arms hang, your head hang. And then inhale, come halfway up. Hands just above the knees. We'll roll them out. Opposite direction. And then we'll slowly rise up. Coming into mountain pose for a moment. On your next breath in, I'm going to reach the arms up overhead. You can connect your hands right together, pointing your index fingers, and we're going to come over to the side bend. Pausing there for a few breaths. And the next time you inhale, come back to center. And exhale, other side. And next time you inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release your arms. And step out with sideways with the right foot back. And arms reaching up again. As you exhale, release your arms and we'll come into a wide-legged forward bend. Pausing here for 2 more breaths. And then to come out of it, plant your feet. You can turn your feet sideways just a little bit, slowly rise up. And exhale, we're going to turn the feet so that the left foot points towards the top edge of the mat. That's the front foot. And the back foot turns slightly towards the left. Release the arms out to the sides. Legs straight will come over the left side into triangle. Plant both feet down. Reach your right arm up. As you exhale, come right over your head. And then reach down towards your left foot. We're going to center towards that left foot. So turn your hips, lift your back foot up slightly, plant your hip down. You can come up halfway here in the pyramid. And you can sink down. And the next time you exhale, bring your back foot forward. Inhale, come halfway up. And then next time you inhale, reach your arms And we're going to come into the side bend again. Coming over to one side with both arms. On your inhale, come back up and exhale, other side. Okay, we're going to step back again. I'm going to step back with my right foot again. And exhale, come down. And next time you inhale, we'll rise back up, slowly reaching through the arms. I'm going to turn the right foot towards that side of the mat, turn the back foot in slightly, open the arms out, legs straight. I'm going to come into the triangle pose, reaching your left arm straight up. When you're ready, you can exhale, reaching that arm right over your head and come down towards the right foot, reaching both arms back up. We'll center here. And exhale to release. I'm going to reach back. See if you can interlace your fingers. Reach through the arms for a moment and come forward halfway. If the hands want to come apart, you can hold on to a belt. Next time you inhale, come back to center. Releasing your arms, reaching up. And exhale, release. And you come back down, but this time reach your hands towards one side of your mat. Bring your feet back. Come down onto your knees. A couple more rounds of cat-cow, lifting your belly as you exhale. Inhale to look forward. And then we'll release. I'm going to come out of this position. If you want to slide your hands in, bring your feet to the side so that you can come onto your seat. We're going to slowly make our way down to the mat, onto the back. If you need anything, having that near you. Slowly come down onto the elbows and lower down onto your back. Bring your feet in and let your back sink here. And rock your head gently from side to side. Centering your head, we're going to slowly bring the right leg in towards the chest. And here, you can do one or two things. If you have a belt close to you, you could use it, or if not, you can just grab hold of your foot, see if that's comfortable. We're in a half happy baby pose. So your knee stays in towards your shoulder and your foot's lifted. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you can always use your belt here. Okay. On the other side, we're gonna slightly let the leg open out to the other side. We'll hold for a few more breaths here. When you're ready, we're gonna bring the left leg back to center. We're gonna bring the right leg across. So we're coming into reclined pigeon. You can gently press into that right leg with your right hand.
So your right ankle's over top of the front of your left thigh. When you're ready, you can reach your hands behind your left leg, bring your legs in. You can also use the belt for that positioning, wrapping the belt behind your left leg. And let your breath stay slow and steady, both inhaling and exhaling. You can lift your left leg up for a moment, lifting through your heel. And then release it back down and slowly lower your foot down. Before we release the leg, we're going to just let the legs rock from side to side in that position. And if you want, you can let your legs drop over to the left side. You can bring your right foot to a block or a bolster, whatever you've got there, or right to the floor. And then we can reach out through the right arm and pull that knee down a little bit. The ankle or foot can be underneath that left knee. If that's not comfortable, you can always unwind the legs and just stack them right over left. Stay here for 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, slowly come back to center. Bring your knees in towards your chest for a moment. We'll set the right foot down. Keep the left knee in this time. And you can lift the foot up if you want to come into a hold with your hand on the outside of your foot or first 2 fingers around your big toe, or using the belt around your foot here. You could let your right knee drop out to the side here. We'll continue here for a few more breaths, just letting the body settle and feel the back of your body sink a bit more. I'll slowly lift the right knee back to center, placing the foot on the floor and bringing the left ankle across to the right thigh. Pressing into that leg with your left hand. If you'd like, you can loop your hands or the belt behind your right knee, bringing the legs in. Bring just a little bit of flexion to your foot, your toes slightly in towards your knee, left toes in towards your left knee.
Stay here for 2 more breaths. And then you can slowly release your right foot down, keeping your ankle over your thigh for a moment. Just a little gentle rock from side to side. And if you'd like to bring your left foot down towards that right side, reach out through your left arm, keep that shoulder down on that side. You could press into the right or the left leg. And then with your hand on the outside of your knee, you can bring it down. Again, if you'd rather stack your legs, we can try that variation of the twist. I'll stay here for 2 more breaths. And the next time you inhale, come back to center. And you can pull your left knee in, also bring your right leg into, and rock a little from side to side. And you can roll your legs around. When you're ready, drop your feet down. And if you'd like to, you can move into reclined butterfly pose. If you have support that you like to use, you can slide it underneath, or simply just having your feet together, knees wide apart. Just for the first little bit of this pose, we're going to reach the arms up over the head, stretching there for a moment. And then keeping your arms over your head, just let them come down a bit more. You can slide your arms apart, bend at the elbows. Let the weight of your arms sink into the floor. You need to bring your arms down a little bit more. You do that, just shifting your shoulders down, upper arms down, elbows resting here. And then releasing your arms, just bringing them back down towards your sides, slightly away from your body, palms facing up. Relaxing your feet and your legs just a little bit more. If you're done with the butterfly, of course, pushing your legs back together and releasing there. But if you want to stay, if you're comfortable, feel free to stay for a little bit more. Your feet and your legs be comfortably heavy. Feeling them settling, sinking deeper. Same thing with your hands, your arms, your shoulders. Let your body settle through your lower back, right through your whole back, up to your shoulder blades, back of the head resting, jaw releasing. Relaxing everywhere. If you're still in the butterfly pose, if you want to bring your legs back, you can push your legs together with your hands. And you're going to widen the feet apart on the mat, but bring the knees in towards each other for an inner rotation of the hips. Then releasing that, you can bring your feet centered in line with your hips, knees bent. And just for a moment, press into your feet. Roll up into the bridge, feeling the weight come up towards your shoulders. And then as you exhale, slowly roll down. Do that 2 more times with breath. Good. This time releasing, coming up onto your toes, bringing your feet in, or your knees in, I should say, in towards your chest. And then we're gonna roll to one side whenever you're ready. Stay there for a few breaths. And using your arms when you're ready to come up to sitting. Sit here just for a moment. Bring your palms together. And we can state our affirmation on gratitude. If you'd like to repeat these words, I am grateful. And you can also fill in the blank after. For example, I am grateful for and then release that. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful sleep, and we'll see you again soon.